go. Alright, do that. Whoop. I have to get used to this. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And tonight, I originally thought I was gonna be doing the day one, like launch of Outlaws. Um, I thought I was originally gonna be doing like the day one launch of Outlaws, like the midnight release or whatever. But according to the thing on PlayStation, it's not gonna be up for about I think like 5+ hours at most, which I thought was pretty interesting. Um, and what's even more interesting, if you will, is that literally before I went live, there was apparently like a update to the port. Apparently it was like I think it was like mainly just like some stability fixes or something like that. And I don't know, like I found it interesting but weird at the same time. It's like it's like the game's not even being made playable per se. It's like it's not publicly playable from at least on my end, and yet it's already got a fucking update. So I figured that because I'm not really doing much of anything, and I still may kind of do that whole thing about doing like the day one launch or whatever, but we'll see. I figured that what I would do is I would continue my Doom 1 playthrough with the mod that you technically see before you, which is called Titan. So I'm gonna do this. That way, just in case people want to screenshot this or whatever the fuck. Um, so if you don't want to read the whole thing, the best way I can kind of summarize it is it is basically like a MBF 21 slash vanilla like compatible version of a mod that basically has Doom 2016 weapons in classic Doom. Um, this has this is Doom 1 version because the creator of the mod had also made a Doom 2 version that had like some little slight changes here and there. Like for example, in Doom 2 version, all the weapons were centered, um, while in this one they're in the more modern angled version, along with like the heavy assault rifle or the HAR. replaces the chain gun, but it's not like just like a simple skin type of thing where it's like, oh, like like it functions like that. So yeah. Um, and yeah, this is a demake because the original one actually allows you to build, like play around with the Doom 2016 weaponry and have like that. I want to assume have like the upgrades and stuff like that, but yeah. That's basically all I can really say about that. It is one of my favorite little gameplay mods, though, to play with on this game. Like, I like being able to. I like it very much, especially like, having a pistol that you can build like like actually like you can tap your attack key and actually fires as quick as you hit the button and all that. So, yeah. And also, forgive me if I might kind of be like a little bit doing this, that, whatever, but I am still kind of waking up. So, if I maybe like fumble words or, or something like that, you have you'll have at least an idea as to what's up. But yeah, we were doing episode 4, which was Die Flesh Consumed. We got to around map 5 and everything. Like usually like I try to sometimes do like an episode, per stream type thing. But I don't know. Like I was in my head. I was thinking to myself like maybe I can do like kind of like half of the level now or half of the episode now. Wait until wait until maybe like Saturday or something like that. Do my shoot 'em up Saturday stream and then finish it that way. Because like I said, I was thinking that the Outlaws Remastered port was going to be out and available and all that, but no. So here we are instead. Yep. You have fun with that, Mr. Pinky, or Mr. Spectre. Now I will say, like, when it comes to episode 4 of Doom, or Ultimate Doom, whatever, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I'm not really the biggest fan of playing it, to be honest with you. Yeah, like I don't know, like I was never really the biggest fan of episode 4. So usually like when I do these little like when I usually do these little streams that I kind of refer to as Weapons Mod Wednesday, and all that stuff where it's like I revisit either like Doom 1 or Doom 2 and I play like a certain weapons mod with the game. I'll usually just be like, oh, I want to just, like do, the classic, the classic Doom, I usually do like like the classic Doom episodes, and like episodes 1 through 3. But I don't usually, and I usually just like, just leave episode 4 at B. I think I saw Lost Soul. Trying to remember some stuff, because it's been a hot minute since I last played episode 4's levels. And in case if anyone's like just curious about all this, about all this stuff, so I'm playing this on Ultra Violence, aka like the quote unquote horror mode. And I'm also doing a thing where I have extra multiplayer items stuff enabled. So basically, like I'm playing like I'm doing like a single player run, but there's like extra stuff that you would normally see for like multiplayer. Like for example, there's like extra items, like extra items, weaponry, all that just jazz. And some things that kind of like have been that, and anything that might have been altered for, and anything that may have been altered for the levels, for like multiplayer play, have also been kind of taken into effect. Like for example, in the secret level of episode 4, Fear, I believe, there is this random ass pillar that's in the way of this one switch that you would normally hit whenever you go into this one little room to get out. Yeah, there's always one thing there's one thing I've always kind of wondered about the Gauss cannon for this mod. So because about the Gauss cannon is the BFG of this mod, I've always kind of wondered like how things are in terms of like the vanilla DHack workaround for how things are done. And for anyone who's wondering like, what the fuck are you talking about, Rumble? Well, basically in a nutshell, what I'm trying to get at is, the BFG is going to be like, it's going to work like completely different compared to like say the Gauss cannon and everything. And I'm just kind of wondering like how they do something like that. I'm just wondering like how things are like the inner workings, if you will, for this. Against the Wickedly. Okay. So I do know that this level in particular is going to be quite annoying to deal with. Give me just a sec. I just want to check some stuff. Yeah, I will say though overall though, excuse me. I will say overall though that even though that even though like I was hoping that the Outlaws remastered game would have been out already, I still am looking forward to it because because the thing about it is like I have a way to play. I have a way to like play the game on. I have the game on PC basically. Um, I have the game on PC, and I remember like this. I was in like this one source port. I forget what it was called, but I remember like it had. But I remember like it was this. It was a source port that allows you to play around with like a few different games that you wouldn't expect to have like that you wouldn't really expect to see a source port type thing for. And I remember like this source port had. And I remember like the source port had the ability to let you play, I think it's like Star Wars Dark Forces, Outlaws, and some other games I can't remember off the top of my head. So... myself, unfortunately. I am in danger of hell. Well, not dealing with that shit, so. I have like very little wiggle room. Hold on. I didn't mean to get that. God damn it. Okay. Yeah. Ow. Oh, fuck off. Like, no way in hell I go down to like 1 HP. didn't want to actually get that. Okay. 245 bullets. Yeah, if you guys couldn't really tell about, like, you know, why I don't like episode 4, it's probably because it's pretty much because of the levels and how, I want to say, like, weirdly placed they are in terms of, like, difficulty. And some of the levels themselves are just, like, absolute annoying ass motherfucking things. Like I say, like, the one level that I'm not really too big of a fan of is against the Wicked Lee here. And the reason for it is pretty much because it's like, you know, it's pretty much because of this little spot right here, right? You know, it's like, you know, you have to, like, literally go into, you know, you have to go into the, you know, the lava drenched floor and all that. Take about 10 damage at most. And also try, like, you know, have to always go to the center, and always have to go to, like, the fucking center, teleporter here, and not only that, like, you have to, like, somehow, you know in the back of your mind, like, oh, you have to go on X side here, to go to the X side of the map. I really was hoping you were going to be dead already. Then we have to deal with that annoying ass shit. Okay. Alright, that's open. Fuck. I was hoping that I would do that. Hold on, I'm really curious about something. If I can not get yeeted off the damn side like that. Okay, it's not working. Well, fucking 1 HP in a damn dream. Ow. Okay, what are the, what? Great. Here I am as I'm trying to like fucking dodge rockets and shit. So 4 level 7. I believe as one would say this is the penultimate level. I don't think Cackles can come through that window. Even if they could fly. Alright, so we got the blue skull key. I disagree with that. Okay. I say this level right here, the one thing that I think is annoying about it is that key doors are not marked, and by that I mean like you don't know exactly as to. Okay, so normally when you come across a key door, right? Like look at this for example. If you look on the map, you see like a yellow line, which means it's represented as the yellow key door. Normally, you would know when the key door is the thing because they would have like some sort of indication, like oh maybe like like there's like some like say maybe like there's some texturing of like oh like a yellow skull key texture or something, But here it's like no. I think that is literally the first time that I've seen, I think that's really like the first time that I ever seen an Orange Bile, not Orange Bile, a Lost Soul, like, try an attack and then just go immediately right back to sleep. Ow. Okay. There's that. There we go. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Alright. So I remember this level, and one of the reasons being is that you could technically leave the level with 200 health and armor. As you were safely making your way to the end, and having everything be good. Never do that again. That was ballsy, and I don't know why I did it. I said it's almost. I said that's. Well, I don't know if I'd say it's almost as risky as trying to do it like Chainsaw at Kako, but yeah. Alright. Hey, hello. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Ooh, goddamn. I just heard a fucking loud thunder. Oh god. I was not expecting that to happen. So, yeah, I was not expecting to hear lightning or anything, or, well, hear thunder. So if I somehow, so if the stream ends up somehow, like, ending abruptly, then that might be because of weather. Yeah. Never know what it's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like you never know what's going to happen until it happens. Hell, I remember times where like, hell, I remember sometimes where it's like, I'll be just doing my thing, you know, and all that, you know, nothing really seems to be going on, and all of a sudden, like power just goes, and, you know, like it fucks up everything, more or less, you know. And like, you know, I'd be like, maybe like playing a game, or streaming it, or something like that, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, that shit happened. save here. And there we go. Yeah, I love it. Spider Mastermind must have sent forth its legions of Hellspawn before your final confrontation with that terrible beast from hell. But you stepped forward and brought forth eternal damnation and suffering upon the horde of as a true hero in the face of something, as a true hero would in the face of something so evil. Besides, someone was going to pay for what happened to Daisy, your pet rabbit. But now you see spread before you more pain and potential gibbitude as the nation of demons run among our cities. Next stop, hell on earth. And actually no, because I've already beaten Doom 2 with Titan, so yeah. But yeah, that was part 2 of episode 4 of Doom 1, or Ultimate Doom, you know, whatever, with the Titan remake. Like I said, I was originally thinking it was going to be like, I was going to be doing like the midnight release type thing of the Outlaws Remastered game, but, you know, so like many hours ago for that, I guess. I'll have to like kind of like look into seeing about, you know, if I do, you know, like the release party type thing, you know, like actually plan that, or if I'm gonna have to like maybe put it on like a different time frame or something like that, to where I actually will, you know, try and stream it or something like that. So I don't know. Like, I don't know exactly how I think it's gonna go with that, because and I talked about this before, but like because like Outlaws Remastered, I had pre-ordered Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and um, when when Legacy Collection came out, it pretty much had like a midnight release thing, and I was able to do, you know, like a little random stream of that, you know, check some things out or whatever, and, you know, go from there. And I kind of thought that, you know, fucking Outlaws Remastered is going to be like the exact same way. It's like, oh, you know, it's you know, like it's going to be like launching on midnight. I'll maybe do like a little stream of it or something, but I guess not. I guess not. So, but it is what it is. You know, we got through Doom nonetheless, so I'm happy with it. Actually, even though like I just put in the raid thing, I think I'm not gonna raid for this little installment, because there is a part of me that is kind of like terrified that it might hold like all the electricity is gonna like just cut off and everything. It's gonna like it's gonna like be such an annoyance to, you know, deal with trying to turn my PlayStation back on and everything. So yeah, even though like I just did the raid command thing, I'm actually not going to raid. Um, and yeah, so hopefully you guys can understand what I mean. But I just want to say, as always, though, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you enjoy what you see, you know, feel free to give the channel a follow and all that good stuff, and check out my YouTube and my Twitter if you want. So yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully later on or next time I stream.